All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. We are getting the divisional round started today. To my right, the Denver Buffalo game is just about to kick off here. So we are getting the games started. And obviously, the Seahawks kick off in about 3.5 hours. And all eyes are on Sam Darnold. So going to talk a little bit about something that was said by Adam Schefter earlier today that drew a lot of attention. I want to break down what he said and what it means, and basically just try to decipher what's really going on here because I think some people have taken his comments the wrong way, and I think some people have construed them into something more significant than they actually are. So we have this tweet here on screen. If you follow the Seahawks online, you've probably seen it. And on the surface, it sounds kind of bad, right? All right, everybody, before we go any further into the video, I want to take a minute to tell you guys about a wonderful app called Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat about sports in real time with other users. You can get all kinds of scores, sports news, and sports alerts with blazing fast speed. And of course, you can play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So enjoy sports with other people in a community. Download the Sleeper app today and remember to use the promo code SBN, that is SBN, for up to $100 match on your first deposit. And they also have a free $20 entry right now, no deposit required. So pair those two up. Terms and conditions do apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. Check out the Sleeper app and have fun with sports this year. So what the tweet says is, let's go ahead and read through it. Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold hasn't thrown a football since he hurt his oblique Thursday. The Seahawks believe, but don't know, that he will be okay to start tonight's game versus the 49ers. Backup QB Drew Lock took the reps the past 2 days and is ready if needed. So it's really that first part that has people, I think, a little bit worked up right now. Hasn't thrown a football since he hurt his oblique Thursday. That doesn't sound very good. That doesn't sound very promising, right? And by the way, this was tweeted early this morning. This is now a tweet over 6 hours old. So it is from today. But let's think about that. So we know McDonald told us yesterday, and Darnold also told us 2 days ago, that Darnold did go out to throw a football on Thursday, and then he felt something, so he decided to go ahead and sit out the rest of practice with the oblique designation. So we know that. But here's the thing that I think this tweet is kind of missing. And it's the fact the Seahawks don't practice on Friday. They might do some kind of a walkthrough, they might do some kind of preparation, but they don't have an actual practice. And McDonald told us yesterday, without actually saying it directly, that Darnold didn't throw the ball yesterday, but I don't believe that is an uncommon thing. I don't believe that is an unexpected thing because you don't practice. It's at most a walkthrough. It's the day before a game. You're not going to want to have your players wear themselves out the day before you play a game. So there was no practice yesterday. So when you read this, it sounds really bad, right? On the surface, you're like, wait a minute, he hasn't thrown a football in 2 days? Like, that's not good. But then you think about it and it's like, well, yeah, Thursday was the last day we actually practiced. So while this does sound intimidating on the surface of it, we also got this from Schefter several hours later about Sam Darnold. He's going to play. It's just that it's hard to know how much, if any, he'll be limited. So again, it's kind of a mystery box right now. And I feel like this initial tweet didn't really frame it as a mystery box. It's kind of almost sounds like the box is opened and it's a big pile of crap inside. But I think that this tweet kind of I don't want to say it contradicts this because technically this is true, but I think it's framing it in a way that makes things sound a lot worse than they actually are. It's probably pretty normal for Darnold to not really throw a football the day before a game, and if he does throw it, it's going to be very little. It's going to be in the context of a walkthrough, and given the fact that he's taking precautions because he does have some kind of, at the very least, minor tweak that has him at less than 100%, it makes sense that you probably would not throw the ball at all the day before a game if you don't have to, and there's no practice, so there's certainly no reason why you have to. So again, Schefter did pretty strongly come out, what is this, like 3 hours ago, saying he is going to play, just doesn't know how much he'll be limited. So basically, we're not going to know until the game starts and we see Darnold throw it a few times, see how he looks, see how the throws look, and we're just going to have to live in that state of not knowing for a little bit longer. And hey, it's brutal. I wish that I had a clearer answer for you guys. I wish that we knew what was going on a little bit more, but at the same time, there is tremendous incentive on the part of the Seahawks to be secretive about this stuff. So right now, we're just going to have to wait and see. Again, like I said, the Denver Buffalo game is just about to kick off over here. So we got to get through this game first. We got to see what happens here. Obviously, we don't care that much, but we care a little bit. And then we will see what happens tonight. But right now, it sounds like we're getting Darnold. And if we're getting him, I have to believe we're getting him in a state that can get the job done. I don't think this coaching staff would put Sam Darnold out there if he's incapable of getting the job done. That doesn't seem like something they would do. So, looks like we are okay. But again, mystery box. We still live in that state of not really knowing what is up. But the main reason why I made this video is just to say, don't look at this and panic. This is not an indicator of panic, I don't think. Thursday was 2 days ago. That was the day that he decided to go ahead and nurse the oblique a little bit. And yesterday, again, there's no practice on Friday for a team that plays on Saturday. Now, there is one other thing here from Brady Henderson. The Seahawks have made one practice squad elevation. It's Velez Jones Jr., running back slash kick returner. Maybe he can do some receiver and punt returner stuff, but mostly I look at him as a running back and a punt and a kick returner. He's very good at doing the return stuff, I think, but more than anything else, given the fact that you have Shaheed, this is kind of a backup for Shaheed on returns because you don't have Torrey Horton anymore. And you also don't really have a third running back right now. I don't know what's going on with Cam Akers, but obviously we don't feel confident with the ball in his hands. So Velez Jones is kind of your third running back. So that's what we got right now. And we don't have an inactives list yet. Now, keep in mind, the Seahawks don't have a quarterback on their practice squad. So the fact that we did not elevate a quarterback from the practice squad this week doesn't really tell us anything. There's not really much I can say about that. So that doesn't indicate one thing either way. I know some people might be trying to look at that and say, oh, they didn't elevate a quarterback. That must mean they feel good about Darnold, but there's no quarterback to elevate. Milroe's on the active roster. It'll be interesting to see if he's active for this game or not, I guess. But remember, he is the emergency third quarterback either way. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. I'm going to go watch this Denver Buffalo game. Another video in a couple hours when we get the active and inactive list. See you soon.